Hello and welcome to day 11 of lockdown boot camp. I hope we're all still surviving. We're well over halfway. Woohoo! Okay, so just moving on from yesterday, I've been asked to just clarify or go into or talk a little bit more about mucus and the issues around or possibly surrounding mental health. Also nutrition to them. Okay, I think they're two huge subjects, so we'll do them over 2 days. Mucus first, okay? Mucus just causes stagnation, it causes blockage, and we are energy. You block energy, you have problems. So mucus, okay, so when we have an allergic reaction in the body, okay, we release histamine, okay? I think anybody who suffers from hay fevers or type of allergies to cats, say for example, they generally seek or go to kind of like thing is histamine. Certain foods naturally contain histamine. Okay, simple as, and certain foods leads to an increase in histamine. Okay, and this is what causes mucus, and mucus, as we said, causes stoppage, causes blockage. In today's day, the problem, not the problem, what's going on today is COVID-19. Obviously, it is a problem, and it is a respiratory tract infection, pulmonary tract infection. It affects your lungs mainly, mostly. Look, it does obviously affect, it's a flu, so you will suffer from aches and pains and muscle pains and joint pains and just general fatigue and just really feeling like you're just about to die. But in general, it affects the lungs, so it affects the DNA sequence in the cells relating to the lungs. So kind of like we need to actually start helping to protect or look out for what we eat. Remember, a small amount of mucus does protect the lungs, okay? It is very important. It is secreted by the cells in the lungs to help protect. But excesses of mucus cause an awful lot of phlegm and it's discomfort and again blockage, okay? Every single person is different in terms of their dietary requirements or in terms of what foods affect what allergies within their system. If you look at any packaging inside Africa, you'll see a list of common allergies from eggs to dairy to wheat to gloy to soy to tree nuts and all those type of foods. And yes, if you are susceptible or have an allergy to any one of those, please avoid, obviously. Kind of like, so a lot of people will die from peanuts or shellfish. I suppose they are the two most known most to cause the biggest problems. For some people, spicy food causes an awful lot of mucus. There is alkaloids in chilies that are actually very, very dangerous and can kill you. If I suppose, like there's a chili eating contest in the north of England somewhere every year. I think it's in Newcastle, if not actually even up into Scotland. And every single year, at least 2 people are hospitalized by chilies. Okay, so guys, please don't play with your food. I think if you go back to any of your parents or your grandparents, please don't play with your food. In this case, chilies can actually hurt. I don't suppose many of us out there have chopped chilies and then rubbed our eyes and suffered for hours afterwards. So kind of like, again, different people will have different reactions to different foods. So know yourself. And again, it comes back to the idea of what we were talking about today is that you are responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your immunity. You're responsible for the way you think. You're responsible for what you eat, what time you get out of bed at it. You're responsible for everything. You're responsible for your health. You're responsible for the knowledge around your health. So kind of like, we're sitting at home these days and some of us have the choice of, gratefully being able to work online and kind of like do consultations that way or work from home instead of going into the office. But for a lot of us, there's no work whatsoever, and like it's a scary thing. So maybe it's the time that we can educate ourselves about getting ourselves to optimum health. When we think mucus or anti-mucus in particular, think anti-inflammatory, okay? Now just kind of like I've always seen people holistically, always. Your mental, your emotional, your spiritual and your physical. And there's always an emotional ailment and a mental ailment as well with a problem. And mucus, the emotional reasons behind mucus or the emotional conditions or the thinking behind mucus is fear. It's blockage, it's a fear of moving, it's a fear of stepping forward, it's a fear of change. It comes from indecisiveness. Indecisiveness comes from a lack of clarity of thinking. So again, it comes down to focus your thoughts, positive thinking, positive outlook, positive self-thought. look at positive foods. You don't have to be 100% living food vegan or anything like that, but get 80% of your diet right, and kind of like your emotions will follow. It will also be in emotional detox if you are changing your diet over this stage. Again, kind of get in touch if you wish to discuss that. But foods that contain relief from mucus, okay? We look at omega-3 fatty acids, so that's found in oily fish, it's found in nuts, it's found in seeds, okay? Eat lots of celery. Again, we spoke about garlic yesterday. Be careful around garlic, but it is a wonderful anti-inflammatory food. Curcumin found in turmeric is possibly the best or the most known, okay? Watercress, seeds, lemon and cayenne pepper, a wonderful combination. But cayenne pepper is very, very stimulating, so please just avoid or be careful about taking it in the afternoon or in the evening, as it may affect sleep. And in this day and age, we do not want to be affecting sleep. Sleep patterns are very, very important to try and maintain. It can be very, very difficult when we're just sitting around to kind of like go to bed late, get up late. Well, let's try and maintain the sleeping patterns of going to bed early, waking up early, and getting things done in your day. Just look for the drinks that you're taking in, okay? Obviously avoid soft drinks, the sugary drinks, whether it's sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, sugar or anything. Sugar is actually a better product than an artificial sweetener, guaranteed. Again, it's another day's story on that one. But kind of like watch sugars and watch coffee. 1 cup of coffee a day, 2 cups of coffee a day, sure, fine, no problem. But then kind of switch to, maybe if you're looking for hot drinks, soups or decaffeinated teas, or teas that just naturally don't have caffeine in it, like herbal teas and whatever. Okay, tomorrow we will have a look at the issues around our food and nutrition around mental health and emotions caused, or the problems caused. So from day 11, and from my other cat and me, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, bye bye.